Good morning, my dear. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. I want to talk about paradigm hopping and what that means, what that might look like in your life. I had put a little side quest of mine in one of my videos. I'll put the link below if you're interested in that, about how I had hopped a paradigm without actually having to do the thing in the physical form. That basically I put a car that I thought I was interested in on my vision board, kept seeing it all over the place, saw it like numerous times a day on my drives, processed the root of why I thought I wanted it, and then shifted the paradigm. So I kind of like, it's like I didn't have to live the life of getting that car, living the life with that car, going through the whole thing. I didn't have to live it in real time because I immersed myself in it. I put on the vision board. I really like saturated myself in thinking about it and all of these different things, researching it. And so I wanted to offer a standalone video. You can watch this at any time. It's not really astrologically based, but it might give you some validation. It might help awaken some ideas or some codes within you. My voice, it really unlocks codes within you, your own knowing. So you might understand a little bit about multidimensionality after this. You might understand a little bit more about why you're going through what you're going through. If you've felt very stagnant, if you felt like I thought I wanted something and now I don't want that, or if you feel very confused about where to go next. A lot of this community is keen to move, but they're like, where am I going? How am I even going there? There might be some things within your third dimension, within your matrix, within your reality, that's preventing you from taking that next step, taking that next leap. So what did I write down? Rebranding impatience. That's something that we can definitely do during this time period, and know that what we're going through, that exhaustion or those dreams that are cuckoo pants, we're hopping paradigms in our sleep. We might be processing past lives or recognizing we don't have to live a life. We don't have to live something that's not fully meant for us. So let's talk paradigms. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I'm a channeler and an astrologer, and some of my content is astrologically based. There are kind of three big pillars in my practice, which is metaphysical practices, astrology, meditation, channeling, personal growth development, leadership growth and development, taking radical personal responsibility for your life, and then creative expression, having a safe space to really express yourself and be creative and be your own flower in this dense field of grass that you might perceive to be in, or things might feel gray, or things might feel a little bit boring. And so that means that you're ready to level up. That means that you're ready to hop the paradigm, or that you have hopped it internally and you just haven't experienced the catch up of the third dimensional matrix around you. It's like things are kind of coming in a way that you might be a little bit frustrated. And so pause the video if you want. Go grab a coffee or tea. Again, this is my multidimensional cafe. It's just you and I, my dear, having coffee or tea. I have some espresso here that I've been having since this morning. It's really nice. It's a double espresso. It's an organic Nicaraguan, this new little organic natural food market that I go to locally where I'm staying right now. They have the bulk coffee, and I'm really enjoying this right now. So it's good stuff. So if you want, we can use the shungite for the pause. Go grab a coffee, tea, a snack, maybe a journal if you want. I'm not going to give you dates or times or anything like that, but sweet. Awesome. So let's start at the beginning. What is a paradigm? And I'm going to put the link to Bob Proctor's page. He talks a lot about paradigms, and he's been passed on for many years, bless his heart. He's an incredible teacher. They're still putting out like new stuff of his, but he speaks of a paradigm, and it's very, very simple. It's really just a set of belief systems that dictate the world that's around you. And so, we go quantum quick around here. So we're a human being, a body. We're consciousness running this human avatar that's residing in a third dimensional matrix that is created by our thoughts, words, actions, and intentions. And so paradigms are, the subconscious and unconscious belief systems that might have been implanted in us. They might be generational, they might be ancestral, they might be community-based. These are the beliefs that we have about our matrix that say, this is what I believe about myself, so this is the environment that's going to be created around me. That's kind of it. That's a paradigm. It's like a belief system. That's it. And so when we want to hop a paradigm, when we want to shift our reality, when we want to do something different, it starts inside. As within, so without, as above, so below. Sometimes we can use the astrology to really not get overwhelmed with changing our whole lives all at the same time. I mean, if you're like me and you're efficient in your awakening, the whole thing just like exploded all at the same time. But now, we're in 2025 as I record this. It's July 2025, and we're in seasons of radical change. There are structures and systems that are crumbling. We're birthing the new world. The people that come to this cafe are leaders of the new world, of the new earth, entrepreneurs, visionaries, artists, having that like beautiful like Viking spirit, or the pioneer spirit, the entrepreneurial spirit to create something that's not been created before. And so, if you're here, you're right on time. So when it comes to paradigm hopping in this time period, and this could be a few years from now that you're watching this, it really doesn't matter. It might be very frustrating because what we think that we want, and as I'm talking to you, my guides show me pictures and images over here. I channel the Council of Nine as well, and the guides for this collective. Sometimes the GFL come in, sometimes angels, dragons, the Anunnaki's been coming in a bit from the council. And it's, so if I'm just like staring off into the TISM space, I'm just looking at the picture that I'm being shown and parlaying it over here to you in the English language. And so let's just have an example of, I want to change my job. I don't like the job I'm at. It's not really that good, and I don't know where to go next. And I've had subscribers in the past that have said, I started this job, I thought it was what I wanted, and a few weeks in, I was like, this isn't for me. Or I started a course of study, and a few weeks in, I realized this isn't for me. It's not a failure. It's not a failure because that was you experiencing a paradigm, immersing yourself in it, being in it, taking what you needed from it, and giving what you needed to that paradigm. We look at our lives like a quest, and like the beautiful phrase, the side quests. Like everybody's loving a good side quest right now. And so when we look at all of these paradigm jumps as side quests, it kind of makes it a lot more fun. It kind of makes our impatience a lot more irrational and not needed because you're on your journey. Whether you label it your hero's journey, your Rocky montage, whatever it may be, stories, epics are boring, where it's like, he gets the job, he gets the girl, they get married, she lives a beautiful life, he lives a beautiful life, kids are awesome, the end. It's kind of boring. You need that adversity. You need that side quest. Think of how many different side quests. Oh my God. The Odyssey. Like, how many different side quests did they go on? It took 20 years for Odysseus to come back. Like 20 freaking years. So if you're going towards a job, or even, I know I need to move, where am I supposed to go? And there's something that's being blocked from you. What we understand about multidimensionality, quantum physics, the multiverse, is that everything's happening all at the same time. We're being born, living, and dying all at the same time. All information is available to us all at the same time. So if you do not have information, it means that it's being kept from you. It means that you're not supposed to have it right now. In the same way in leadership, or in work, in leadership and in corporate, whatever it is that you do, if you don't know something, you have infinite technology on your telephone. You have infinite information on your telephone. So getting used to saying, I don't have the answer to that question. Let's find out together. Let me just DuckDuckGo it. Let me ask chat. Like, it's so okay for us to really recognize this has a lot to do with ego work as well. So I'm a little all over the place, but this is really unwinding some structures that we thought that we really needed in our world right now. So it's like, if you feel like you're supposed to be somewhere where you're not, you're supposed to be in a different paradigm, you're supposed to have figured it out by now, it just means that you're doing the inner work so that you don't have to physically live a life that you're going to have to come back from. It's that beautiful phrase that I love. It's like, when you recognize that you're on the wrong train, get off immediately, because it's more expensive to get back to where you needed to stop. Don't stay on the wrong train. Don't stay on the wrong train. So, a job. want a new job. How do I hop a paradigm, Sarah? How do I do this instead of, oh, that's something that I wanted to say. This is happening whether we like it or not. It's something that Pam Gregory speaks so beautifully of, to these big, the Uranus and Gemini shift, some of these big outer planets that are shifting. They're fully going to shift in 2026. So whether you're watching this in 2028, it doesn't matter. But this energy is happening whether we like it or not. So these experiences, these paradigms that we have to experience, whether we like it or not. We can either take that radical self-responsibility, that personal responsibility, put it on the vision board, try it on for size, do the thing that we're in control of, or the universe will do it for us, or the world will do it for us. If we're meant to experience something in this world, we're going to. Yes, we have free will, but if your soul chose to experience something in the earth school, in this life or the next, my dear, you're going to experience it. So when something comes up in my paradigm now that is triggering, that is frustrating, that is like, Sarah, you can't really do this anymore, you really need to shift this, I'm going to swan dive into it. I'm going to immerse myself into it. And so if it's something that, I'll speak from I statements, that's what we do around the cafe. I'm looking to move. I know that I don't live, or that I don't, I'm not home, so I'm looking for home. So I work on nourishing and calming my nervous system. I work on creating an entire life where I work from anywhere. I work from my laptop, I work from my telephone. And so I'm blessed to be able to do that, to have time, location, and financial freedom, to be responsible for myself, responsible for my time, responsible for my home, responsible for my money, all those different things. So I do what I can with the tools that I have every single day. And it's kind of like a Cody Sanchez or an Alex Hormozy type of a language where it's like you earn your shower, or like you go to bed and you're wrung dry, like you're done, like you've given God your all. So as leaders around here, that's not for everybody, but that's for this community. So when something comes up, something came up for me where I was really grasping, where am I supposed to live? I mean, if you've been here with me for a while, like I've been talking about this for months, like since January. Where am I supposed to live? Where am I supposed to live? I would look into the astrocartography. I would look into other countries. I would look into where my guides would tell me to look. That was very important. This is a very important key, is that my guides told me to look into a specific area. And they're very, very broad. They literally said south. And so it's like, okay, I know I need to live on the ocean. I know I need this. Like, have your specificities. And we'll talk about that at the end, like how to actually work with this energy. Key is listing out your specificities, what it is that you need. And so I did. I listed out all the specificities, put it into chatter, chatted it out in my journal, chatted it out with my guides, and then I started to do some actual research. I started to look into some of the key areas that came up. And as soon as I did, I was like, this isn't for me. That's not my vibe. In 2 seconds, I would get so upset there. In a minute, I would get so, like, I wouldn't want to be there at all. That's not for me. It's like, I'll share personally, I don't like the heat. I want sweater weather every day. I love the winter. Yeah, I live in Massachusetts right now. I love the winter. I love the autumn. I love sweater weather. I don't even mind shoveling the snow. It's beautiful. Oh my God, have you ever had like a hot cocoa when it's snowing and you've had a snow day? I have a whole video on the magic of a snow day. You don't even know. You don't even know. I was born in 87. We had snow days where like you would just like watch the news to find out if you didn't have school, and then like nobody could access you. Yeah, we don't have that no more. No. So I got a little bit, I'm an Aries sun, so at 2 degrees, I'm very activated right now. And so I would get salty with my guides. I'm like, you told me to look into this. You told me, you validated that that was the car that I was supposed to have. You told me to look into that. And they were like, so you could discover for yourself that that's not for you? So you could take responsibility for your life like you like to do? So you can take radical personal responsibility for your life and your trajectory, and not just be told what to do, but to discover for yourself what's best. Oh, okay. That's fine. So I was very grateful for my guides. I love how salty they come through. They're just like salt of the earth type people. I love them. I love them. This, I don't even say salt of the earth type people, but like they know how to speak to me because we talk every day. So I'm very, very grateful for that. So I'll take this. Saltiness is like a phrase. It's a phrase. Yeah, they know how to talk to me. They know exactly how to talk to me. So it's me getting salty at the end to say like, why don't you just give me the answer? Because you had to discover the answer for yourself. That's one key thing about your guides is that they're not gods, first of all. They're upgrading and learning the same way that you are. They chose you, you chose them. They're not perfect. And they might give you ideas for you to do to develop the story. That happened, oh my God, it was last year. I got so upset. I stopped talking to my guides for a little bit because of this. I was so upset. They told me to create this program, this monthly program. And it was a tarot readings and teachings program. It was a Patreon group when I used Patreon. And every week I did a tarot reading and every week I did a tarot teaching. I now have a Tarot Essentials program, which I'm so proud of. I just added to it. It's the same price as $33, but I just added to it channeling through the tarot. I'm so excited. It's like an hour video. So if you are ready to really open up your oracle eye, really ready to use the lens of the tarot to start channeling, that program, I'm so proud of it. You could be baby new to tarot. You could be reading for a long time. It is a living library. I will put the link for that below. I am so proud of what really came through of that. Like I said, it's a $33 investment. The addition to the program, I go through the entire 78 degrees. I get to go through every single card, my interpretation of it, the astrological component that goes with it. We read reverse cards, how to pick the right deck, reference books, all different things. So it's a companion for you. So definitely go check that out. I'll put the link below. Totally forget what I was talking about. Channeling. Oh, tarot readings and teachings. I did that for maybe 5 months or so. Maybe. I don't remember. Not a single person signed up for that. Not a single person. So anytime that I was getting ready to record, I was like, there is so much goodness in this program. And it's a cheap price. I like, what's going on, guides? And so I closed it. I was going to wait 6 months, but I didn't. I closed it and I stopped talking to my guides because they literally channeled directly to me what to price it as, what to do, what to say, all the things is channeled. And so what I learned in hindsight is that I learned, I wasn't supposed to be using that platform. Everything is on my website. So I know that it wasn't, at the very, very end of using other platforms. First I was using Patreon, then I was using Gumroad, and now everything's on my website. Like Be the Owner, Cody Sanchez language. Definitely check her content out. It's not as much spiritual, but like be wealthy for the love of God, but own your content. I was subconsciously and unconsciously not putting full force into my content because I knew that I had to bring every member over to my website. I knew that I had to do that at a certain point. And so when I was using Patreon, my energy was like, meh, we're not going to use this and it's going to be kind of a pain in the tuchus for all your members to go over. This is actually not meant to be a weekly thing. Like now I do weekly tarot readings on my lives and I do monthly in my membership group. So it's like, meh, you're not really supposed to be doing this. You can kind of like bundle it into one thing and then people can pull for themselves. And so, but I also learned so much about creating a program and creating what my energy wants to do, what it doesn't want to do. So that I had to live through. The car, I didn't have to live through. Where I'm moving in this world, I'm not going to move somewhere that's not the resounding yes. So what I do, and I want to give some tools now at this point, how do you work with this, Sarah? Where it's like, okay, I'm in a multiverse, I'm in a quantum multiverse where there's infinite timelines happening all at the same time. I'm hopping paradigms just by my thoughts, words, actions, and intentions. How do I actually utilize this? How do I actually navigate this? Like that's a little bit overwhelming. Looking at what do you want your perfect day to look like? That's very important. And now what you want your perfect job to look like, what you want your perfect house to look like, what the environment you want to be in. What are your non-negotiables that don't change? What are the vibrations and the feelings that have not changed? So if you are working a 3D job, I want to have a boss that supports me. I want to be able to make my own schedule. I want to be around like-minded people. I want to, not work weekends or have like banker's hours or mother's hours, whatever that may be. Write them down. All the things that are absolutely non-negotiable yeses. And then write another list. And this could be for anything that you're focused on right now. This could be what you're working towards astrologically. This could be where the new moons and full moons are falling. This could be that axis. You could shift it however you want. But I would say for this time period right now, from like 2025 to like 2030, this is like the home, the job, the mission, the platforms. These are the big kind of broad brushstroke things. So what do I need from that environment, from the home, from the job, from whatever it is? And what are my also non-negotiable no's? Like, what will I not absolutely stand for? What do I need? What's important? What do I need from my community? What do I need? Like, what are the things that you need to see every single day in your home? Or, I eat organic food. So I need to have organic markets. I need to have farmers markets. I need to have all these things. I like snow. I like cold. That's going to cut a whole area of the world out. Can travel for a holiday. I love me some Thailand, so like I can go there when I want to get hot, but I don't have to live there every single day. Hey Sib. Hey Sib. See if we can. Hey girl. What's happening? Yeah. She loves candle gazing so much. Vision boards as well is going to be a beautiful way to hop paradigms. And I have my vision board, I love Pinterest. I put it up on my computer background, so I look at it all the time, and be very okay with putting something up, feeling into that vibration, and then shifting it maybe the next day. Like when things are falling away, be done with it. Be done with it. This is where our full moon release techniques come in. This is where we write things down and burn them, and we're done with them. Once you're done with a paradigm, label what emotions were attached to that paradigm. Was it a fear-based? Was I running from something? Was I shape-shifting? Like really label, why did I think that I needed that? Like, why did I think I needed that job? Why did I think I needed that education? Why did I think that I needed this certification, this program? What is it? Like, whatever comes up for you, really label it. Because when we're done with a cycle, we have to tell the universe that it is complete. It's kind of like completed cycles are ending it, and we can be done with it. When we don't complete the cycle, energy goes up or down, or little wisps of that kind of come in. And I like to label that as my not self themes. And so I have lists where it's like, what are my not self themes? Like, for example, for the full moon that just passed, you can do this at any full moon. I wrote out everything that I released. And then I wrote out a list of all the not self themes that version of me would do. So I know I'm not in my body, I'm not running the ship when any of those themes come up. And so really being aware of that. So when you step into this paradigm, I think this is where I want to go. And then once you recognize, oh, no, this is not where I want to go. Why did you think, like, what were the emotions and the feelings that got you to that point? And this is where the practical manifestation technique comes in. That's a free video. It's in the toolbox. The playlist, the toolbox, could be really helpful for you, whereas you kind of build your paradigm from the outside in, or from like the future over here. And another really great way is, I would highly recommend that practice. Highly recommend it. You can build your house in that practice. You can build your future life from that practice. It was given to me many, many years ago from someone that was not very spiritual, but was a multimillionaire many times over. And he's like, anytime I want to add a few more zeros to my paycheck, I would do this technique. And so it works. Draw out the home, draw out the desk. Where are you going to be sitting in your home? What do you want that car to look like? Like, what are the big things that really, really, really get you to, like, these are the practical things. The next is the most important, and it's going to really wrap everything up with a bow. Why do you want it? What is your why statement? Why are you working so hard? Why are you creating this? Have I have a quest, a mission statement for my business, and I have a why statement for myself personally. So they're going to be very different things. But why do you want this paradigm? Why are you creating it? When you attach your emotion, this is Tony Robbins language, this is Simon Sinek language, this is Mastin Kipp language. This does not have to be the Sarah woo-woo. This is where that personal leadership growth and development comes in, where when you attach why to something, it is one of the most spiritual things you can do to be prosperous, to have all of these different things. But when you have heart attached to it, when you have emotions, positive emotions attached to it, everything that comes is a byproduct. Like, the money flows effortlessly because you're a vibrational match for that, because you're allowing it to flow. The home finds you effortlessly because you're a vibrational match for it. But it's kind of like we have to get these other little paradigms out. We have to release all of these subpar emotions that are attached to these other little paradigms until we can step into our full frequency, until we can step into our full paradigm, our highest timeline, if you will. And so that's not to say that you're not on your highest timeline, but when you're on your highest timeline and say you have all of this armor on, like, just view it as armor. You have to take the armor off. It's baggage, it's luggage. You can't take it with you into the new world. You can't take all the old baggage, the story, all of these emotions. You can't take that with you into your next paradigm. So go down the side quests, write it out, try it on, do a trial shift at a job that is maybe like you're not really sure about. Go on the date, do the things, research an area of the world. Listen to your guides, listen to your downloads, and follow the wind. Let this be a beautiful journey of discovering what's going on here, what's happening. And when you start to romanticize your life, and when you start to recognize that you're the main character of this story, impatience doesn't matter. It's all for the plot. The plot is thickening. Everything's happening in a beautiful way. So give yourself joy. Give yourself the capacity to have joy in your adventure in the life. Yeah. And remember, tomorrow's not promised. So I'll leave you with this. It's kind of a question that I ask myself when I'm about to do anything. And it came from Steve Jobs, where it's like, for 30 years, I asked myself, this is his quote, and I'm butchering it. I would look in the mirror and ask myself, do I want to do what I'm about to be doing? And if the answer was no, too many days in a row, I know I needed to change. If today was your last day, would you be happy with the decisions that you made? Would you be happy with the environment that you were in? Would you be happy, bumping elbows with the people at your job? Would you be happy with where you were? That can really help define some things for you. But there's Jim Carrey. You can fail doing something that you hate. So why not try to thrive and succeed doing something that you love? I think that's it. Love you.